the metaphors of running programs, reading computer files, or decoding streaming digital data. Most types of computer programs, software, and digital data files have something in common. They are stored, read, written, and transmitted as long linear sequences of binary bits that have a starting bit and an ending bit. There is a one-to-one correspondence between the unique sequence of bits and the unique discrete information that it contains. We frequently think of running this sequence, for example, sequentially reading a computer file or stream of bits from one end to the other in order so that its potential applications or meanings can be manifested. An MP4 computer file, for example, can be decoded such that a sequence of video frames can be viewed and an audio track can be heard. The metaphor of the fertilized egg that runs a developmental program to reproduce a multicellular individual. As a fertilized egg develops, molecular binding events trigger other molecular binding events, which trigger still other molecular binding events. As a result of these events, molecules are synthesized, modified, and/or broken down into smaller products in a variety of ways. New levels of intracellular and intercellular complexity emerge as a consequence of previous events, and these new levels of organization set the stage for still higher, more complex levels of organization to arise. The determinants of these events are robust and flexible, so that even genetically identical individuals will follow slightly different developmental sequences, but generate functional individuals. During development, sequences of events trigger other sequences of events. However, these sequences take place in parallel, not in series, in a multitude of molecules and in a multitude of cells. Many simultaneous binding events occur, both dependently and independently, in different locations, and researchers can describe some of these binding events in terms of cause and effect, while others have no mutual interactions. When fertilization triggers the running of a developmental program, this process is fundamentally different than reading a linear sequence of bits from a computer file. It is also different than simultaneously reading several computer files in parallel in different threads. The shapes and structures of the molecules, their ability to bind and undergo mutual shape changes, and their catalytic potential, in other words, their ability to facilitate particular chemical reactions, does not involve linear sequential digital information. Biological development should not be viewed as running a metaphorical developmental program. Although this language does express certain aspects of biological development, it is misleading in many ways.